All right, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're doing a massive reality check on what it actually takes to build a startup from scratch. We are stripping away all the flashy misconceptions using some incredible, grounded insights from Sandeep Maheshwari, and we're going to prove that you absolutely do not need a billion-dollar idea and endless cash to get started. So picture this. Can you build a massive startup with zero money, relying entirely on just a few rich friends? We're going to start by looking at a student's incredibly grand vision, building an OLX-style platform for PG rentals, doing it completely for free by leaning on software engineer buddies and wealthy contacts. I mean, sounds super easy, right? Well, to get from that massive pipe dream to a highly profitable, localized plan, we're going to quickly walk through a few things. We'll look at the big startup illusion, get a harsh reality check, talk about the absolute power of an MVP, build a localized solution, figure out smart marketing, and finally look at what it means to become a true one-man army. Let's jump right in.
Starting with Section 1, the big startup illusion, dreaming way too big, way too fast.
Look, there is a literal canyon between expectation and reality here. The naive expectation is that your software engineer buddies are just going to build your platform totally for free and your wealthy contacts will blindly hand over 50 lakhs, no questions asked. But the reality? Try asking those exact same friends for a 2 lakh favor. Honestly, it's the ultimate reality check on human nature. And that brings us right to Section 2, the harsh reality check. Money versus friendship. Sandeep Maheshwari puts this incredibly bluntly. He says, if you want to ruin your friendship, ask them for money. You know, talking big over a cup of coffee is easy, right? But the second you ask for actual fund transfers, poof, people vanish. Building your startup's foundation on favors from friends is just a dangerous recipe for disaster. Because real business, it's not about obsessing over building the next multi-core app. It's about understanding a specific problem deeper than anyone else out there. Take our example, out-of-state students genuinely struggling to find a real, decent PG. You've got to solve that specific pain, not just build some fancy software and hope people care. Which leads us to a real game changer. Section 3, the power of the MVP, or minimum viable product. So before you even think about launching an app for the entirety of India, you absolutely must build an MVP. What is that? It basically means testing out your business model to see if it actually works, but doing it with the absolute minimum investment and effort possible. Prove your concept in a tiny, hyperlocal market first before going big. Okay, so how do we actually execute that? Section 4, building a localized solution. It's all about quality over quantity here. You really don't need a massive list of hundreds of random properties. Actually, scratch that. You shouldn't have that. Just pick one specific college area. Do the legwork, research 100 local PGs, and ruthlessly filter out the garbage until you have just the top 10 most genuine ones. Then throw them up on a super basic 2,000 to 5,000 rupee website. Boom, that is your MVP. Now, you might be wondering, why on earth would anyone use my basic little site over a massive tech platform? Well, it's because of your winning features. You're offering honest student video reviews, unfiltered photos, exact, zero BS ratings on cleanliness, food, the AC, the library, and strictly black and white tenant roles. By offering this hyper-specific, brutally honest information, you are solving the student's problem way deeper than any generic corporate platform ever could. All right, the MVP is live. Section 5, smart marketing and monetization. This is the local brokerage model in action. How do you get users without a 50 lakh ad budget? Simple. Forget the pan-India campaigns. Funnel a tiny, let's say 1,000 rupee budget into laser-focused local marketing. We're talking hyper-targeted Google ads for keywords like top 10 PGs near specific colleges. And offline, literally stick posters on local auto rickshaws. This approach is genius because you're catching students the exact second they step off the bus. And here is where it gets really interesting, your monetization model. As the trusted middleman, you collect 1 month's rent from the PG owner as commission, let's say 5,000 rupees. But you also collect 1 month's rent from the student. That's a solid 10,000 rupees in pure profit per successful deal. It's an incredible cash-generating engine. But wait, there is one absolutely crucial rule to protect this whole operation. Never, ever reveal the exact address or the owner's contact number on your website. Just give them a 1 kilometer radius approximation.
Why? Well, if you give away the exact location up front, the student is just going to bypass you, go straight to the owner, and poof, your commission is gone. You have to share enough data to get them interested, but keep enough control to get paid.
So, who is going to do all of this? Section 6. The one-man army. Doing it all yourself. In the very beginning, you literally are the entire strategy. You build the website, you shoot the photos and videos on your phone, you answer the incoming calls, you conduct the site visits in person, and you collect the payments directly. Embracing this one-man army mindset doesn't just save you a ton of cash, it guarantees that you understand every single tiny nuance of your business at ground zero. So when do you actually ask for funding? The big illusion is thinking you should pitch for crores before you even have a functional website up. That's crazy. The reality? You only seek outside investment after your MVP is consistently generating $50,000 to 1 lakh in steady monthly cash flow. You ask for money to scale a proven working model, not to fund a wild guess. To wrap up this explainer, I want you to ask yourself a serious question. Are you going to stay paralyzed waiting for some magical 50 lakh investment that's probably never going to come? Or are you ready to deeply understand a local problem and build your MVP today with just 5,000 rupees? It's time to stop making excuses about funding, start executing, and actually build your reality. Thanks for tuning in.